Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, we've got some Kingdom Hearts news to talk about. Who would have guessed? Right on the brink of 2022, Square Enix have finally blessed us with some more Kingdom Hearts missing link information. A nice juicy little new image to also go along with it too. Now obviously this isn't the first little snippet of Missing Link we've heard about since the unveiling in April of this year. In case you guys have been living under a rock, about a week ago we did get an update from Tetsuya Nomura, pretty much just saying that apologies for the delay on information towards Missing Link. Yes, of course, the beta test was meant to begin this year, but unfortunately has been pushed back into 2023. Along with that information, he also attached a brand new emblem or icon that is obviously going to be relevant for the upcoming story. In that post, he did mention that the beta testing will begin soon, and he wasn't lying. The beta test is confirmed to start January of next month, though of course keeping in mind the beta test is no longer going to be different regions around the world, and is rather only exclusive to that of Japan for that January testing period. If you guys are a Japanese resident, then good news, the sign-up period starts literally as of right now and goes through until the 26th of December. Now there's some interesting info that has been attached to this update, but first things first, the most important part, the brand new key art that has been attached to this little mini update. This is it right here, like, oh my god, it looks absolutely gorgeous. There's definitely a theme going on here, and that is that the image looks incredibly ominous, and for some reason also screams Bloodborne vibes to me. It's just absolutely screaming Yharnam. Of course, this version of Scala at Kylum definitely has the theme of Old English, sort of Victorian architecture, which I really like. This is the what I believe to be the very first version of Scala at Kylum, before it then inevitably changes into the version of Scala that we see during Dark Road, or of course Kingdom Hearts 3. It's going to be really interesting to see how that changes and whatnot. Hopefully that kind of gets explained in Missing Link. But man, I really do think they're trying to set the tone for perhaps the story that Missing Link is going to tell. And it might be a dark one, just judging by this. Yeah, it's a very dark looking image with that Victorian Old English architecture. And you can also see the fog that is going throughout the city as well, which is actually present in this version of Scala that we see at the very end of Union Cross. So I guess the fog is going to be a prominent thing throughout the city. I think really even down to like the attire that some of the Keyblade wielders are wearing. We see the player character here standing with the Keyblade that we've already seen in the reveal trailer, but the attire also looks like, I don't know, the hunter's garment sort of thing from Bloodborne. It looks really cool. And the character to the right leaning up against the lamppost, I believe to be Sigurd. Obviously this character plays a very important role. He has some sort of connection to that of the hierarchy of Scala during that time era. And with him standing sort of positioned behind the player, it will seem as if maybe Sigurd is going to be keeping a close watch, close eye on your player character. Obviously, he's going to play a major role when it comes to this story. Just to refresh your memories, this is the character that meets Brain once Brain has traveled from the past of Daybreak Town, using the arc into that of the future, arriving in this version of Scala. There is also theories that float around that potentially Sigurd could be the Lushu vessel in this time era. And also remember, it was confirmed via a cryptic mystery left by Tetsuya Nomura in some information at the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event this year, that the commentator throughout the Missing Link trailer is in fact Sigurd. What is neat though is we actually get a glimpse of like 3 new Keyblades, which is super cool. So the 3 Keyblade wielders that are to the left here, we can see this girl wielding a Keyblade over her shoulder. Don't believe we've ever seen that Keyblade before. And then the 3 Keyblade wielders that are walking down the steps. These ones also we've never seen before. I can't help but think when maybe looking towards the ones kind of walking down the steps, are they prominent characters, actual characters a part of the story? Or are these Keyblade wielders in the background just simply meant to be players? Probably just players, but new Keyblades, that's always a cool thing to see. And I really do hope that the Keyblades that we are able to obtain in Missing Link are completely brand new original Keyblades, and not Keyblades that have been pulled from other Kingdom Hearts games in similar fashion to what we saw with Union Cross, Unchained Key. And wait a minute, yo, is this guy equipped with a flintlock pistol? No, surely not. Okay, no, I don't think that's actually a pistol. I think he's just raising his hand, but in the position it's in, it actually looks like he's holding a pistol as a secondary weapon. Can you imagine that? Like true Bloodborne style? I think the whole Bloodborne aesthetic thing that's going on here is just kind of getting to my head, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, man, I absolutely love the atmosphere. It looks so cool, so ominous, and considering that this is going to be a 3D Kingdom Hearts game, even though of course it is a mobile Kingdom Hearts game, I do hope that that means that there is going to be some kind of exploration when looking at Scala and Kylum. We know, of course, Missing Link is going to be a GPS-based Kingdom Hearts game in similar fashion to that of Pokemon Go, so you actually have to go out into the real world to hunt down Heartless, yada 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 yada, and some of the different areas of the real world will perhaps maybe correspond to that of different worlds that we see throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. So far we have seen Tangled appear in the Missing Link trailer. It doesn't actually look like you will do full-on exploration within different worlds, and rather where you go in the real world will just pretty much send you into an arena space, a little circle arena, and from there you just fight Heartless with that arena themed to a certain different Disney world. But I do hope for Scala and Kylum, at least for like this story portion of the game, you are actually able to explore it, because looking at the Scala, I really want to explore it. I want to see every single nook and cranny, explore those alleyways, jump all over the buildings, run along the rooftops. I just want to get my fingers dirty with that Scala goodness. So here's a few things that you guys should know. This is some information coming from the official page. Now, first things first, this is actually known as a prototype test and not so much a beta test. A beta test is usually a version of the game that is very close to that of release, whereas prototype is essentially more so of a version that sort of reflects what could be the final version of the game, but there are still yet to be a lot of changes to come to fruition. So a lot of things that do appear in this prototype test might not actually make it into the full game. It's pretty much just to test the core concept of Missing Link, I guess, to see if it works and to see what the feedback is like. Thanks to KH Insider for the translations here. The official information reads, "What is this prototype test? This is an opportunity to play a prototype of Missing Link and try out some of the systems featured in the game. The main purpose of this event is to confirm the functionality of game systems utilizing location information. Please be aware that the game system's UI, content including story, and recommended devices may be subject to significant change in the official release." So that is kind of like the difference there between beta to that of prototype. Beta is like most of which the content that you're going to experience should for the most part be in the final product. A lot of what we might come across here in this prototype test, or at least the people that are going to be lucky enough to try out the prototype test, a lot of the stuff they come across might not actually be in that full final version. The prototype test is going to only be for iOS devices, but of course Android will be a supported device upon full release. There is to be no transfer of any kind of progression made in the prototype test to that of the full version of the game, so anything that the players doing the prototype test do in that is just primarily to test the functionalities of the game. No progress will be carried over. There is only going to be about 1,000 total participants for the prototype test, so it's certainly not a big test in any measure of which, so it's very, very limited. This is probably to ensure that the location services do not become overloaded, and so that Square Enix can properly test out the functionality of the game without any worries of servers cooking. Now, here's the big one, and I know a lot of people are going to be absolutely steaming after this, but there is to be absolutely no sharing of footage or images of this prototype test when the test comes along. Basically, people are still allowed to write up summaries of what they've experienced and their sort of thoughts and reviews of the prototype test, But yeah, there's to be no sharing of any kind of footage. So come January, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be seeing a lot of Missing Link stuff. I would say that around that time, we'll probably get a new Missing Link trailer. That would only really make sense to me to, of course, just let the entire community know, hey, there is a prototype test going on. Here's like the next big trailer for the game. But yeah, we'll pretty much only get written summaries of what players are actually experiencing. So I know that's kind of sucky, but I am hoping the space of time between prototype to full version isn't significant. Now, another cool thing that was also announced alongside this is a brand new Kingdom Hearts Orchestra concert, or just this one known as Concert. There's been now a total of 4 Kingdom Hearts shows. You can see all of the logos on screen as of right now. The very first one was Kingdom Hearts Concert First Breath, the second one being Kingdom Hearts Orchestra World Tour, the third one being Kingdom Hearts Orchestra World of Trace, and now finally the fourth one, Kingdom Hearts Concert Second Breath, following of course from the very first concert show, First Breath. Now Orchestra World Tour as well as Orchestra World of Trace were both worldwide, but when looking at Concert First Breath, that was Japan exclusive, and the same does apply here, unfortunately, for Concert Second Breath. This will be taking place on the 18th and 19th of January in Tokyo. However though, if history repeats itself, the concert came first. That was the very first musical performance for the Kingdom Hearts series as a show, and then of course the World Tour and then World of Trace then followed shortly afterwards. So hopefully this might signify the fact that another World Tour based one will be on the horizon sometime after Second Breath, maybe looking in 2024. From what I know, the Orchestra World Tour version of these shows did extremely well. I was also lucky enough to actually attend one over in LA when they dropped the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer to announce the updated release date. It was a very, very hype and exciting one to actually physically be there with an audience, then also on top of that reacting to a brand new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. That was hype. It was a little bit of disappointment due to the delay, but still, it was hype nonetheless. What is known about these shows is sometimes new information actually does come out. So it does make me think, because this will be around the same time as the Missing Link prototype release, I wonder if this could be a place where they will actually unveil a new Missing Link trailer. Another really cool thing about the Second Breath concert is for any of the attendees, they will receive a very nice, very spicy, very tasty, finger-licking good, new rare piece of Kingdom Hearts merch, a 20th anniversary Kingdom Hearts music box in the same fashion as the recent Final Fantasy music boxes. This is a Kingdom Hearts version right here, 20th anniversary one. The information on the actual website mentions that it is a rare collector's item, so I'm incredibly envious. The sad thing though is, of course, it's Japan only, so like we can only hope if there is a worldwide version, this little gift will also come along with it too. Probably not, honestly, probably not. So that right there, guys, is your Kingdom Hearts update. Honestly speaking, I really wasn't expecting anything else for the rest of this year. Jump Festa is only just recently finished, and with it finishing, I was like, okay, if there's going to be any Kingdom Hearts news, it's probably going to be there. It finished, nothing came out of it, so I was like, alright, that's a wrap for Kingdom Hearts 2022, but no, right on the cusp of it ending, Nomura has blessed us, so bless you, Nomura. Definitely looking forward to 2023, it's a busy year for Square Enix. I don't know if we'll see anything to do with Kingdom Hearts 4, though I am definitely hoping so, but probably more towards the second half of 2023, as of course I think Square Enix's main focus throughout the beginning of 2023 will probably be Final Fantasy 16. We also know that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth as well is another upcoming title for them, which will probably then shift priority for Square Enix in the pipeline after Final Fantasy 16 has then released. But what we do know is we have Missing Link to look forward to, so that's a good time. So do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, guys. I'm Cynical, hopefully you're having a damn good one, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.